Hello, welcome to our service. It's great to have you here, wherever you're joining us from, whether you're joining us from one of the churches in Norwich, at Wymondham, or Morley, or Heatherset, or from Sprowston, or whether you're listening to the audio track of this on the telephone Sunday service, or if you're from further afield. It's great to have you here and great to have you a part. We're continuing our theme of journeys, looking at the book of Ruth in the Bible. I'm going to start here. One of the things about being a Methodist minister is that we've done a lot of moving around in our time. And often as we leave a place that's become more familiar to us and move to somewhere that's brand new, one of the first things that gets me feeling settled is as the boxes unpack, you begin putting things that you know and love around the new house that make you feel right at home. Let me show you what some of those things are. So first and foremost, these are some of the things from our wedding day, and when these come out, they instantly make me feel at home. This is our order of service from the wedding and the dried bouquet that my wife Julie held on the day. And then over here, that's our wedding album. And that was just leaving Harleston Methodist Church about 26 years ago now. So just coming up the stairs now, passing Skoda Ted in the corner. And these are some of the things I love putting out. I am half German, so this is our German nutcracker. A hat from Madeira. You can see a cuckoo clock in the background. And over here, let me introduce you to the Delft elephant, who is sadly, let me just turn him around, missing a leg. This is another one of the pictures from travel we've been fortunate enough to do. These are a couple of kookaburras in an old gum tree that we saw in Western Australia. Talking about escapees, there's another teddy bear climbing out the bar. And this stuff comes out. I know we've finally moved in. It's the china. What are the things that you love in your own home? What are the little objects that you look at and make you feel settled, make you feel at home? Or if you're going into a new place or meeting with a new group of people, what are the things people do that make you feel at home, make you feel settled, make you feel welcomed, make you feel part of something? Have a think about that just for a few moments. So our theme is journeys. We're thinking about that through our companion book in the Bible, the book of Ruth. Let's go to that story now as we continue thinking about journeys. And the third chapter, and do have a look at this in your own Bible if you've got one at home, so press the pause button on the video and go and get it. Or if you like, I've got my phone loaded up with Bible Gateway, which you can also find this as an online app to read on the Bible. It says at the beginning of the penultimate chapter of Ruth, so here's Ruth who's been out gleaning in the fields, and one day Naomi says to her, "My daughter, I must find a home for you. I must find a home for you." And in this chapter, that was the bit that really leapt out at me, that there has to be a point in any journey where we begin heading for home. I love travel. It's one of the things that makes me tick. For me, one of the great pleasures of travel is leaving a place that's familiar, seeing somewhere that's unfamiliar, but eventually returning home, returning to the place where I feel I belong, returning to the place where I feel I have a part and I'm part of a community. I've suggested that the last 5 months in terms of our travel is a nation, could be treated like a journey, could be treated like a pilgrimage. We've left somewhere familiar and now we're beginning to arrive and needing to settle down and needing to make ourselves at home in the new landscape that we find ourselves in. Rather like when you move house to begin with, there are some things you set up temporarily. I never eat more takeout meals than when we move house because the kitchen isn't organised, the food boxes aren't organised, and generally the first people we get to know in a new place are the people who run the local takeouts, and they're very good around here. But there comes a point where the temporary stuff is set aside and you begin putting the permanent stuff down, the stuff that I showed you around our home that makes me feel this is home, this is where we belong. There comes a point where you stop living out of the rucksack or out of the suitcase and you start to live out of the wardrobe. You start to live out of the kitchen cupboard. I think we're at that point at the moment in our journey as a people through the coronavirus. We're at a point where we're beginning to put the temporary stuff aside and beginning to say, what does it mean for us to settle where we are? What things are more difficult for us to adapt to? And what things can I do at the moment to help me settle in this present time? What things can I do to help me settle in this present time? I think the answer to that is going to differ from person to person. I think there are some things you're going to feel too uncomfortable doing, and there are some things you're going to wonder why on earth anybody would feel uncomfortable doing what you're doing. And that's because we're all different, and that's because we're all reacting in a different way to what's gone on. What's important at the moment is that you find your own level, you find the thing that you're most comfortable doing so that you can settle and be at home in the present time. So that you feel this is the place where I belong and the place where I can continue to function as a human being as God made me to be. So the question I want to put to you on the back of that, and the question I'm putting to myself, because I only speak about the things that I need to battle through and the things I need to work out. So I'm kind of sharing a little bit something of my own thought process here. The question then is, what are the things that we can do right now that make us feel at home in this place and this time where we are? And it comes back to that question that Naomi puts to Ruth at the beginning of our Bible passage. I need to make a home for you. I need to make this a place where you can settle and no longer a sojourner or a stranger. So in our companion book in the Bible, the way that Ruth puts roots down, and as you read Ruth chapter 3 in the Bible, the penultimate chapter in the story of Ruth, Ruth and Boaz begin a relationship. They begin a relationship that's going to become permanent. They're going to become married. When I think of my own life and my own situation, and everyone's life and situation is different, of course. In my own life, I've been a Methodist minister since I was 24. I've been married for 26 years, and part of my role as a minister is that we move from house to house, not terribly frequently, but frequently, if that's a word. So about every 7, 8, 9 years, we tend to move on. We tend to move into a different appointment and a different place to live. When Julie and myself first got married, we both said to one another that what really mattered wasn't so much the fabric and the house that was around us. It didn't matter so much where we lived. What mattered was we were there together, that was what made home for us. That's my life, that's my story. Everybody's story is different, everybody's experience is different. There is one constant for us all, and that is the presence of Jesus. Jesus, in my experience, has never left me. There has never been a point in my life where I've not been aware of the presence of Jesus. And he is there for each and every one of us. Wherever you are in your life journey, Jesus is your companion and can be your companion. If you ask him to come and be with you, he will always be there for you in times of crisis. He will always be there for you in good times. He'll be there for you when there are opportunities to be taken, which is partly what this story is also about. He will be there for you when it's time to let go of something. Wherever you are in your life journey, Christ can be there to accompany you. He can be your life companion. And it is his presence that makes this world home. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power and the glory, for ever and ever. Amen. Thank you for being here today. If you've been listening to this on the audio service, thank you for listening. I pray that wherever your journey takes you this week, this month, this year, this lifetime, you will know the presence of Jesus with you, guiding you, sustaining with you, that you will know that he will never leave, nor will he forsake you. Amen. We're going to be played out by Ben Lawrence with the song by the singer-songwriter Matt Redman called Blessed Be Your Name. Thanks to Ben for playing this. Thank you to Sue for playing earlier.
Blessed be your name in the land that is plentiful, where your streams of abundance flow. Blessed be your name. Blessed be your name when I'm found in the desert place, though I walk through the wilderness. Blessed be your name. Every blessing you pour out, I'll turn back to praise. When the darkness closes Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your glorious name. Blessed be your name when the sun's shining down on me, when the world's all as it should be. Blessed be your name. Blessed be your name on the road marked with suffering, though there's pain in the offering. Blessed be your name. Every blessing you pour out, I'll turn back to praise. When the darkness closes in, Lord, still I will say, blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your glorious name. You give and take away. You give and take away. My heart will choose to say, Lord, blessed be your name. You give and take away. You give and you take away. My heart will choose to say, Lord, blessed be your name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your glorious name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your glorious name.